Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Straight Line Racing here for round 18 of the T1 League at the Mexico Grand Prix. I'm going to the own white and with... I think he might have gone on the missing list, but we'll find him at some point. And it could be a title decider today. I'm not getting my hopes up too much, but if Surface, who's in the pit at the minute and on provisional pole, can beat Calkers, can win the race, and Calkers is 10th or lower, I believe we'll be looking at a new champion. But it's very, 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 very unlikely. I hear Nathan's here now. Are you here now?
Yes.
Good stuff.
You did all that intro, didn't you? And then just like...
I said, and Nathan's here like, okay, well, I'm sure we'll find him in a second. But yeah, well, you're here now. It's all that matters. We've got some people on. I was just saying to the viewers, potential of a title win for Surface today. But like I said, I need him to win and for Calkers to be 10th or lower. It's just not going to happen, is it? Unless, of course, Surface gets fastest lap and the win, which would actually put him 81 points clear, and that means Calgary could finish 9th or lower. But, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm on board with Calkers. He's about to start his lap.
This could be his only chance to win a championship as well with Surface, unfortunately for him.
But he's not leaving, is he?
No. But
Good.
Florian's coming back.
Oh, is he? Oh! Congratulations. The negotiations went well then, I assume.
Well, it took a lot of persuading, but made it happen.
That could be we have 3 in it for next year then. Surface, Calkers, for him. I mean, I'd love to see McMahon and Ben Gallagher in there as well. Where's Jack? Where's Jack? Please shut up. Is he coming back at any point?
He's going to attempt to turn the line back, I think. That's fine. But with the final laps of qualifying, Bruce has done nothing. That's the end of him.
Calkers on a lap. He's a bit wide. He's again exploring those track limits. It's a feature of this track. The track limits are quite non-existent. I think even on strict. Although then again, you said that the T2 race yesterday just had hundreds of penalties throughout. Duino's retired, so much for him running around. He was doing 2 laps under the sauce and then just gave up.
Calkers is nearly 4 tenths up on his time, so that's enough for P2 if he keeps his last 6 together. He's coming to the line now. He will get another run in, but does he have enough ERS for it? That's another question.
That's good. That's a good lap.
To the line. Oh, it's so close. 300ths between the 2 championship contenders.
Let's see what.
Got his lap.
Serpes. Oh, that's an accident for Matt Noah. I don't quite know why he's done that. If he's done it for suicide or whatever, but that looked pretty dramatic. We've got a car off there, Ferrari. That could be Schumacher. No, it's not. That's Blunt. I'm gonna call him Schumacher. I'm sorry. I keep calling him Schumacher, and I gotta just stick with it now. He's Schumi, but I have to call him Schumacher. But no, it wasn't him. It was Blunt.
Oh, Blunt's in the wall as well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Caxnax on a slow one. Surface has started his lap, which you probably watched this one. This could be quite important. He's down by 200.
Schumacher is retired. Oh Jesus, he's on one wheel. Oh, look his car.
Where is he?
It's flying.
Where? Oh, there. Oh, right. I see. Before Schumacher.
There's another. What's that Williams doing?
Is it Doan? Which one is it? No way shows it.
No, it's not Doan because Doan's on our lap. And he comes out and he takes pole.
These guys
13.9.
These guys are mental. Surface is still down by 7/1000ths of a second. He's got Calkers, his championship rival, just ahead. He's going to set it away. But he needs a monstrous final sector here, does our championship leader, to put himself onto pole position. But does he want it? Pole is possibly suicidal here. Let's see what he does as he comes to the line. Is it pole? Do you know what? I don't think he'll mind. Honestly, Calkers being P3 at the moment could be the best position to be right now. McMahon is up by over a 10th of a second, only 2 cents in the first sector. Ben Gallagher is also on a lap. He's up by a quarter of a second actually. I think he's just behind though, McMahon. Caxnax though will come to the line first. He's given up. Has Caxnax given up? Yeah, he's given up. So I think it's only the 2 Irish lads to come. What about Millix? Is he on? I don't think he is, no. Right, let's see what these guys can do. McMahon, I don't know what he was up in the middle sector by, but we'll see what he does when he comes to the line. In that Silverado. It's not pole, but it is P5. Then Gallagher goes P13. So
And that is your
Surface
qualifying.
Surface on the front row, but second with Doan on pole. Calkers will be loving that, I would imagine. I think he'd be very happy to see that. Because he's going to get the slipstream of at least one of them down to turn 1.
Yeah, there's a few people that are fairly happy with that qualifying. Obviously, Alfie P5, I think that's his highest qualifying of the year.
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised to see Calkers and Speedster leading the way into turn 1.
It's going to be very close. Depends how aggressive on the defence Stone manages to get. He'll have to get a good start off the line, that's for sure.
Well, I think Calkers has sort of got nothing to lose, so I think he'll go for it because he has to try and keep this title.
Milix has done his characteristic, not qualifying it.
Yeah, it's pretty good for the field. We've got 20 seconds. Stone from Surface, Calkers, Speedster, Alfie, McMahon, CYP, Matt Noah, all the SLR boys in the top 10. I'm sure you'll be loving that. Caxnax,
Yes.
Schumacher, and Pirate the top 10. All on the softs, and outside we've got Curvo, Bruce, Ben, Blunt, Jose, Skinner, Milix, and Duino with Blunt letting the SLR crew down, being down 14. Mind you, it wasn't the mediums, not a bad lap actually for mediums, but I guess he just didn't get a soft run the way he wanted it.
I don't think he was confident with the softs. We said before I do slow here, so
Yeah.
I don't think he was confident really.
And thank the Lord, it's not raining.
Good. We might get a race.
And relax. Right, well, while this is loading, I'm going to get a wee stream link out for the public, in case they haven't seen. I know there's a lot of you here already. Hello, by the way, feel free to be active in the chat. I think I'll tag Formula 1 game in there, sure. Try it. I don't often do that when I'm putting a stream link out, but you know what? I'm feeling optimistic today. Right then, so we've got, like I say, a potential title decider. If Surface wins with the fastest lap, I think Calkers would need to finish 9th for higher to keep the title chance alive. And if Surface just wins normally, then it would need to be Calkers 10th for better to keep it alive. So Calkers really doesn't have to do much to keep it alive today, but he's going to want to win and try and give himself the best chance of coming back. Say if Surface retires from the next 4 races, it's so unlikely. It's just, you might as well give Surface the title today, but you just don't know. You just never know. It could all go wrong. But it does mean there's a little bit to hinge on today. Right, let's go through helmet review again. I've already been through this already with Nathan beforehand, but Alfie's won it. McMahon has taken helmet award this week because it just works. Look at that helmet with a car. As you all know, I like a helmet that actually works with a car, and we've got the lovely turquoise colour. We've got all sorts. Alfie McMahon wins the helmet award. Well done to him. Let's look at the rest of it if you haven't seen it before. I think he's taken that off Ben Gallagher, who had a good one as well. But look at Milix's, he's changed his up a bit too. He's got a hint of blue on there with his Mercedes turquoise. So the two Mercedes they're getting their helmet game up a little bit. I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to Abu Dhabi when we're under the lights to see what they come up with then. But anyway, that's got us through most of the formation lap. Doan has not really taken his time. He's flown round. He's going to be up the grid way before everyone else. Duino's not even in the last sector yet. He's just entered it now, and Doan is about to line up on pole position, so he might have to wait a little bit longer. And as I was saying before, these guys in the front row, Doan and Surface, they're probably not going to be looking forward to this too much because it's a massive run. You can't even see it, it's so far away. Calkers and Speedster are going to get 2 fantastic slipstreams. We could be 4 wide to turn 1. Anything could really happen here. This is certainly going to be very interesting to look at. But, come on, Duino, hurry it up, lad. We've got a race to do. We've got 36 laps around the Mexico City circuit here. In, well, Mexico, obviously. I think it's the last year. This is called the Mexico Grand Prix, so enjoy it while it lasts. It'll be Mexico City next year. But let's see what these guys can do. Will it be championship day for Surface? It's very unlikely, but again, you've got to factor in the possibility as the lights are on ahead of the drivers. We are away in Mexico. Let's see who gets the best start. I think it's Calcus. He's going to go down the middle. Surely he's got a really good chance of taking the lead here. 3 wide already. Speedster not with a good start. CYP putting his way up the grid as well, but Calcus leads it. Covers off his championship rival on the inside of Doan as well. He should hold that one. Let's see into turn 2 if anyone goes for anything. Calcus leads in Mexico. The perfect start for him. And look at CYP side by side with Surface and Doan as well going for it. And there's a few incidents going on. Speedster's flying down the field. He's spun off. But Calcus leads it. Surface on the outside of Doan, trying to get back to P2.
There you go, CYP, down inside of Doan there, doing a little bit of a switchback.
So Doan then, he's fallen way down the field. As I say, that's where he could have ended up. It wasn't entirely out of the question. I'm just surprised at CYP. I had mentioned he had a good start, and you were saying as well. But to P3, he really got off the line brilliantly. And it was McMahon and Speedster who must have come together, because they are the two who have fallen right to the back of the grid. So they must have all been fighting in there as well in turn 1 and 2. Caxnax has had a collision with Blunt, who's had a great start himself, actually, up 7 positions. And they're going for it into the hairpin. There's a little bit of lag with them too. It's hard to really tell what's going on. But I think Caxnax has the inside. He should be alright there. But again, they're up in the air. I don't really know what's happening there. And what it is doing is putting Pirate right on them. This is going to be 3 wide before you know it. Let's see. And look at Mount Noah, actually. Look at Mount Noah. Down to turn 1. He's going to try and take a position off Doan as well, who's just had the worst start you could imagine. Down the inside. Oh no, they've hit. Matt Noah's off. He doesn't get it slowed down in time. He's hit the wall as well. Only a little tap, so he should be alright. But there's more happening ahead. There's lots of debris. What's happened there? I think it was a McLaren. Possibly they came together. And it's all getting mixed up here. We've got lots of lagging going on too. This is all the recipe for disaster, really, doesn't it? These guys are inside each other. Let alone fighting, they're in each other. Like I say, I think a McLaren front wing is damaged. It's not the Pirate. Is it Clerval? It must be. Yes. It is. It's broken.
Right hand side now.
He's going off the track. He's going to box to that one. These S's, any front wing damage is curtains for you, unfortunately. That's going to hold this field right up. We've got a bit more side by side here as well with Ben Gallagher and Skinnup. What a move from Skinnup it looked like, but I wonder if there was damage to the Irishman, because he is falling down as well. With McMahon as well at the track. He's broke the front wing, has Ben Gallagher. So he must have been the other car involved in the earlier collision at the start of the lap, because I'm sure I saw random front wings coming off, and it couldn't have been from Surface, who, speaking of which, is right on the back of Calcus for the lead. Here he comes. It should be a pretty easy one with how long this straight is. He was thinking of going to the outside, maybe trying to trick his rival, but on the inside, Surface should get that one done. And look at CYP as well, being overtaken by Doney's back up into the top 3, and he's trying to get involved as well, because Calcus has held on to it. And that's going to close it right up. DRS now enabled for the end of this lap. So let's see how this goes. But the top 4 all within a second. And it must be said, they're breaking away as well. They're breaking away brilliantly from the 2 Ferraris who, like I say, Blunt, great start from him. He was, what, 14th on the grid, I think it was. So he's really going well. The 2 McLarens were fighting away there. And they're making contact too. Clerval, really big front wing damage again. And now no way Jose into the back of him. That's no good for him either. And they're all sort of
Doan on Surface. Look at how much dirtier Surface again. Doan has done a lot better though through the S's. He's a lot closer than he was. Surface is to Calcus. So as I spoke before, the dirty air effects through the S's is insane.
It is.
In this game. And we're kind of hoping it'll disappear in the next one, but we'll have to wait and see as Jose.
Oh, that's a big accident. That is a big accident. Jose has gone off at the start of the final sector, and I think it was a collision with Matt Noah, possibly.
And we'll see. As it opens up now, and it looks like Doan has got half a chance of having a go at Surface here for Q2. Will he go for it down the inside?
He's going to whip until turn 4. Oh, that's close. That is, maybe looked a bit closer on Doan's on board than it did, really. But, yeah, we saw Surface. He can break late there now, I guess. But, yeah, Jose, I wonder which Red Bull he came together with, because I'm sure it was a Red Bull. As Surface now gets really close to the inside of Calcus, but decides against going for it. He knows that Calcus will fight that one. And Calcus is doing all he can to, I guess, sort of stop Surface here. Try and back him into them.
Interesting enough.
I wonder if we're going to see... Are we going to just see Calcus do a Lewis Hamilton in Abu Dhabi 2016? He's just going to hold these guys up, because he's doing a great job of it so far. He's got these 2 Ferraris close. Oh, he's off! Well, there you go. That's not really what went to happen there.
For the lead.
Outside, that's a difficult way to go about it, but he's going to have a little look. You'll have to abandon that one for the moment, but there he goes again on the inside. He knows who he's fighting, he knows it's dangerous, and look at CYP, oh, that's a decent move. Ahead of Calcus, he's fallen all the way down to P4. I'm not backing up, it's not going to come against him, because look who's behind him, Blunt and then Schumacher, they're both right there.
It's more Blunt than Schumacher, who's fell a little bit further behind.
And look at this, we've got Doan. Surface defends aggressively to the inside on the pit lane exit, and now they're cutting back across.
And here comes Blunt. They're going to go 3 wide, are they? Down inside Blunt.
Doan, I think it's going to have to back this one off. Ooh. Look at that. Calcus is really falling down. As I say, all that backing up he did is really coming against him now.
And here goes Schumi, possibly as well.
Doan backs off.
Calcus isn't. Oh, Blunt's gone deep, and so is Calcus. Will Schumi do a switchback now? He decided to go over the side for some reason. But it holds on. Jesus. Really, really close.
Well, Charlie Levins in the chat has said it'd be an exciting race, and the first 5 laps have certainly been just that. But I wonder what happened to Surface or to Calcus there. He just seems to have no grip.
Yeah, the rear didn't really want to go with the front. He just understood. Oh, don't know. Pretty decent save. He's got on the curve a little bit. You can see why P's starting to struggle a little bit now, because Blunt seems to be the man on a mission at the moment. He seems quickest out of all of the front lot, to be honest.
Yeah, he's...
I mean, look, he's about to get... I mean, Surface is pit. It means his tyres have probably disappeared.
Calcus pits. Doan. Let's see if he can get it this time. Outside. And I think he has got it. The pole position that he lost.
Oh, it's up. So deep.
Yeah, Surface has just
prepared this one. Penalty.
We didn't get the exit actually, Surface, and he won't get DRS either. So Doan, he lost that lead at the very, very start, but he's finally got it back again. Into the lead he goes.
Blunt to get within nearly within a second of the leaders. What a start from him.
Calcus' controller died, so he can't turn left. And you know what that means? That really means that Surface has now suddenly got a real chance. If he can get back up into the lead, he hasn't got a penalty, remember. Doan does. The championship could be going his way today. Or is that just lag? It's just lag again.
It's lag.
Oh, don't do that to me, people. So it is Calcus. He can't properly turn left. That's what we're thinking right now. And that would explain why he couldn't do the left-hander.
I have no experience of the bad, so I can't have my PV on that. But have you had that issue before?
No.
No.
But he's making the left-hander fine now, but he's down in 14.
Maybe he's charging it.
Yeah, just sticks it on the charger.
He's charging the batteries.
Now, I'm noticing that there is a bit of lag, and I'm thinking it might actually be from my side. I'm trying LAN cable again, hoping in vain that it will work a bit better than the internet, but it turns out, no, I just have no luck. So I'm sorry, I have noticed that the lag has affected the stream quality a little bit as well. You can still see it, so
yeah,
I guess
it's not too bad for my
it's worse situations I could be, but I think I'll be on Wi-Fi again next time for the college.
Here goes Melik's on Castnex. He's going to go to the outside, and it looks like he's going to make the move. Now he gets to the inside, and that's him up into P6. And yeah, they're all staying quite close to each other. Blunt is keeping in range, I'd say.
So Milks has had a very good race so far. He's the highest of those medium runners, and he's not a million miles away from the lead. He's only about 5 seconds, isn't it?
And he didn't even
6 seconds.
Didn't put a lap in. It's really impressive.
Him and Blunt really are putting their names in the hat for driver today already, aren't they? Let's see just how many positions they've made. 11 for Blunt and 11 for Milks.
Blunt might win this race at this point. I mean, he's catching the front two.
His progress has been halted a bit though. It's been halted a little bit. He's sort of stuck at that 1 second. He can't quite get under it thanks to services.
He's got in DRS, but he's not using it.
He's not in DRS.
He's flashing.
No, not on my screen, it's not. The gap as well would agree with me that he's not on DRS, I don't know. But look at Surface, he's really making that work with turn 1 and 2 and 3, but he's just not able to quite get close enough. But at the minute, if we really think Calcus has quote-unquote issues, then he'd be on for a championship.
Someone
Surface.
Else who's been making progress is Bruce, who's now looking at Castnex himself. kind of following Lewis at the moment. Fair play to him at the moment. He's eyeing him up. Kasnax has gone a little bit deep into there, but it's a nice exit to be fair to him. Gets it turned in. Big up Kasnax.
And big up McMahon, he's just made an overtake ahead of Speedster. We don't know what happened with these two. All I know is that Speedster was sideways, but McMahon, I don't think he spun or anything. He must have just been involved in it, maybe just shot off the track or something, but he was fifth on the grid.
Something that will come very interesting is who's going to do the undercut. Anybody.
Well, Kalkers,
no.
in all fairness, Kalkers, in all fairness, I guess, has been doing an undercut the last few laps. He's been catching rapidly out to the back of Duino, so he could be back up at the front.
And if they do go on the mediums, I'm pretty sure that's a two-stop strategy as well.
Surface hards.
Have to go to the end, yeah. Definitely on the hards. Just like Kalkers has got mediums.
Let's see first of all, will Kalkers beat out his championship rival? I imagine that he might well do so. He wasn't a million miles away from him, and he will get him into turn one, so yeah, but it's all about strategy with him, I guess. Will he fall too far back?
Quicker as well on the mediums compared to the hards. That should be interesting.
McMahon fastest lap down there in 13, so I won't refer to sort of 10 at all.
Kasnax for P5, provisional P5 anyway.
And a penalty as well. You'll have to see it.
I think Blunt has really struggled in this lap. He's lost about 2 seconds.
Yeah, his tyres I think are starting to die a little bit, aren't they?
So I expect him and see
Bruce is gone. Bruce is out of the race. There he is. He's went on the S's. You'll see a better view from Kalkers. Look to the right. You'll see that racing point, and he's lost a lot of that car on the left-hand side.
CYP stays out for another
that looks to me like Bruce has just had a snap of oversteer and just spun straight off into the wall. Blunt onto a new set of softs, so he's doing that two-stop. He's doing it a little bit differently to others. So while Kalkers is doing soft to medium to presumably soft again, and maybe at the end, Blunt is doing soft, medium.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that one works out for him. We know that he's fast-ish.
He's got to overtake both of these cars to do something in this race.
Well, it's soft against hards and mediums. It shouldn't be too difficult to catch up. I mean, when he gets there, it might be a bit more difficult, as we say, with that dirty air being an issue. But we'll see what he can do.
Be also interested to what CYP and Dome do after this, because they're on now lap 10, and I'm expecting Dome to come out.
Must be a one-stop.
Actually, if you're looking at Blunt, I mean, it was 3 seconds ahead. It'd still come out ahead of both of them. But I think it'd be there or thereabouts. But on fresher tyres, which will help him later on, especially on surface. He seems to be doing genius with the tyres, and it's really elastic, so that's that.
I wonder if Dome is trying to get a soft to medium. I don't think
Dome's in. Does he speed? No, we've got to over that.
And
CYP carries on.
Right, so he's a one-stop 100% then, CYP has to be. Is Dome going to do soft to medium, or is it going to be soft to hard, maybe just more comfortable?
I don't think that will work.
Soft to hard.
I don't think mediums can last 26 laps. I think they go about 20 and then that's it. I don't know if CYP will get that long on them. And Dome comes out just ahead of Kalkers, but he's going to get swamped up. And Blunt goes past surface as well.
That was quick. That was really quick this. So Blunt now just 2 spots away from the net lead.
What Dome has to realise is Kalkers isn't really... Whereas Dome doesn't. He's got to focus on surfaces. Got a car between them. So.
I think... Oh, that's lag again. Sorry, I'm panicking. It's lag. He nearly crashes the back of my screen. Help! I don't like the LAN cable. It's not very good. It's not working. Right. So I think Blunt will get by, possibly even after these S's. He's really just on it right now. So he has to get ahead of Dome, make, say, like, what, 10, 15 seconds?
That's all that.
Maybe like 10, 15 seconds, and then pit, go on to some fresher tires at the end. He should win this, I think, Blunt. Honestly, I think he should be alright. If he's making these moves easy enough, he'll pull away even easier. So, this is looking good for him. It really is. From 14th on the grid, the 2-stop looks to be working really well. These hards are just so slow. And Matt Noah, I think, was a yellow flag. Possibly. I wonder if he went off in the S's because he lost a few positions on this lap. But yeah, I think Blunt really has got this strategy down. Let's see how quickly he'll get to Calkers.
Away from the hard runners by about 1.4, about 2 seconds from the end, but you've got to get it done fairly quickly. I mean, Blunt's real battle is Calkers, but then Doan's got he's got like 2 separate battles going on for the lead, and we don't know which one's going to work out.
They're all going to cross over each other, I think, at the end. It could be one of those sort of last 5 laps sort of fights where they all the strategies just come together.
Through the S's, I mean, wow, over a second.
They're going to have that extra advantage. That's off the track. Blunt's gone way too late on the brakes there. He's got to be patient with this. He nearly took himself and Calkers out of the equation there, and possibly cost himself a going for it on this lap as well. You're going to put that ERS up, but let's see if he's got enough of that straight to catch Calkers. Yeah, he would have had it. He would have had it. He's not got working DRS either. I can see what you mean now with a flashing light. It didn't flash for me last time he didn't use it, but I think you're right. It's not working.
Someone else we're going to talk about is Speedster. He's started to come through the field. He's only a couple of seconds off the points. Wherever's at the front of that, a little bit of a train. So interesting, but Matt Noah just sells past him, Jesus.
Yeah.
Obviously he's gone the hards to the end, obviously hit on lap 1, I think. So we'll see how durable.
I want to ride on board with Blunt here for these S's. Let's just see, because he was right on Calkers. He was inches away from smashing into him. That's why he went so far off the track, just to avoid it. But he's really pushing so hard. You can't take too much life on these tyres so early as well, because that's not going to help you when you're trying to pull away. This is where he really went into the back of Calkers on the last lap. He'll brake a little bit earlier, I would imagine, this time, which he does. This should be him set up for the move now.
He's going straight now. Going to play patient. On some surface, he starts getting to Doan, and Doan hasn't dropped off Blunt and Calkers would have liked, so let's put it that way.
DRS still not working.
He's just got to rely on old-fashioned slipstream.
He hasn't got much of it though. He's not using as high. Well, he is using the same ERS actually as Calkers, but man, the DRS is really crippling him.
On my screen, anyway.
Yeah, on my screen he just went through the rear. CYP. What's happened to CYP? He lost loads.
Maybe he's just struggling because he went longer than everybody else, so maybe that had something to do with it.
They went 2 laps longer than Blunt. I mean, they weren't too far away from each other, I thought, but oh well. I guess he's not as much of a factor anymore. Again, these S's. Blunt is this is wrecking his day. This is because he should be a few seconds clear of Calkers by now. He's not going to get it done here.
No.
Milix pits. So I think that means he's the last one to pit. On to soft. I guess he's going to do 2 soft runs. And all this holding up from Calkers might help up Milix out a little bit. Of course, he is right in this, I guess. Blunt's finally got working DRS, so he should get by now. But yeah, I wonder how much of a factor Milix is going to be, because he's not. This is a million miles away.
Ahead of CYP.
He's going to be on super fast tyres, though, of course.
Blunt's taken within like 2 or 3 laps.
Blunt has taken 5 laps out of those tyres, and he's struggled a lot while doing it. So I don't think he'll pull away.
He is now past Calkers.
I know, but I just don't think he'll pull away.
Come back at him at some point, and fun enough, he's not pulling away from the hard runners who are just there. They need to pull at least 6-7 seconds up the road, and they catch them later on. Ben out of the race.
Oh dear. Big F there in the chat. Look at Surface right on the back of Doan. He might fancy him even. Look at that. Look how far actually Blunt is ahead of this group. It's just strung it out so much. Damn. Hopefully Milix doesn't know that if he pitted like 2 laps early, he would have been right on this. He will be right on this soon, but it's not going to be as close as he would have hoped, because now Calker's just about claims onto DRS, I think. I think he's clung onto it. Yellows, that'll be, I guess, for Ben Gallagher's car coming back out of the pits. I'm assuming he just died in the pits. No DRS for Calker's, he didn't quite keep in it. Milix, though, he closed what, 3 seconds? 2-3 seconds on the lap. So let's see how.
3 laps, and then it'll be in there about 2 seconds a lap.
Let's see how long he can keep that up. There's Ben Gallagher's car out of the pits. Dueno's now decided he's going to leave. That's good for him. McMahon's in the pits. Buddies, yeah, way at the back. And look at these two on Cack Snacks, the 2 Red Bulls on the charge. And will they both get? It's 2 Toro Rossos and 2 Red Bulls. It's not gone well for Skinner. It's gone really badly with Skinner. He's lost out loads there. And there goes Speedster. He's going to pass him. On the brakes though. Surely on the brakes Skinner would get that back, but no. Speedster on those old hards, making them work. So that's maybe an indication for how useful these hards will be near the end of the race, because Doan and Service are going to have fights, and well, it appears the hards are actually coping quite well on these 2 Toro Rossos compared to the softs and the mediums for the 2 Red Bulls.
Yeah, they're very durable. I mean, Speedster's got to go to the end of the race on these. So.
Milix makes another sort of 1.8 seconds on that lap, fastest lap as well. So he's now how many seconds off? He's about 5 seconds off the lead. So that's back to where he was before all the pit stops kicked off. But at this time,
he's got himself out of that DRS range of Calker's, which means he can get on with it. But Calker's is stuck.
Oh, ice cream man! You hear the ice cream man? So.
Yes.
Oh! Ice cream! Mid-race ice cream, anyone? But then, like I say, Milix.
There they go again.
This gap now with Milix is down to about. It's actually lower than what it was when all the pit stops.
Absolutely gobbled up by Speedster. He's had a shocker. Just like skin up on the last lap. And all that's left now is for. You can hear that ice cream back.
I know. It's very loud. Is it done? Have you done? It's done.
Could we see it in the background?
Yeah.
All the Speedster has to do is pass Noah and then mediums.
But what I was going to say about Milix is that he is now less of a gap behind the leader than he was when all the pit stops started. He's in such a good position right now. If he can just keep himself moving up the grid, he'll be up there with Blunt, possibly by the end of this lap. You just never know. But he's going to have his first try now on surface. This isn't working out. He's not going to be close enough, I think. Maybe next lap. But look at this. Doan is now getting by Calker's, as we said about these hards. They can fight long and hard. And I think Calker's might be looking at pit stop soon if he keeps losing like this. But on surface, this is.
He's got half a chance on the surface already.
Yeah, this is not working out for the championship today, is it? Oh, that's lag again.
Oh, I thought that was going to go as well, but he made it stick, and it's all over the rear of all of them.
So, do you know, I said Milix maybe wouldn't have a chance on this lap, but ignore that. He's going to get them all on this lap, I think. Let's see. How close is he getting the S's? I've got a rev glitch, but we're going to have to stick with it because I want to ride on board. What a lovely start.
He's going to get an exit, an absolute peachy exit on Halford as well. Close, maybe into the stadium. Got very close. Calker's sliding.
His tyres are starting to go really early, I think. I don't think he's expecting them to go this early, Calker's. But surely then, it's going to be one overtake for Milix, and then probably by the end of this lap, 2. And he'll be back up into the top 2. And like I say, him and Blunt will hopefully stay quite close, and these two could be the ones who put the challenge on at the end. And they're the 2 guys who we probably thought had like the least chance in the world of doing it, and they're doing it.
Well, I thought that Jose would have a bit of a less chance.
Well, at least you're right about that one. He is last. He's finished last. He really hasn't finished. Simple as that. Skin up on his 10-lap-old sauce has fallen way off the back, so that sort of suggests that Blunt's sell-by date is very soon.
Oh, is it done?
Oh, you're kidding me.
He's got away with it though. but it's given him half a chance to go past. It's kind of helped him. Oh, Jesus, they're getting very close on a personal. But Dome will not be happy about that. It wasn't really his fault, he just got hit up the rear and then it was a pendulum effect, and it was a good save, to be fair to him. Good.
For God's sake, Millix, why? Why?
It was not needed, he'd have done it either way.
Every time he has a chance to win a race, it seems
Calcutta has lost it, and he's turned into surface, and oh dear. Is Calcutta coming in?
Nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong there, they're fine.
I thought they lost a bit of front wing off there.
When I say every time Millix has a chance to win a race, something always seems to happen to him. I wonder if that'll go to Stewart's, that collision. I didn't see all of it, but it certainly sounded pretty bad. It did lead directly to the overtake.
I don't think it would do a lot. It was more a racing incident. I thought Calca's turning into surface was a bit violent, right? But
look at Millix. He's closed nearly half a second on this lap already to Blunt. Like I said, 10 laps, that appears to be the sell-by date. Once you've done 10 laps, get rid. And that really puts Millix at such a huge advantage because he's going to have to do 10 laps per stint, maybe 11 and a 10. He's in such a good position, surely. I'm just going to say it.
He started on the medium, so he can go straight
I'm just going to say it. Millix might well win this thing today. He's going to have such good pace.
Back onto the softs at the end.
He's going to have such good pace at the end. Blunt has to go mediums, I think.
He will,
he will, yeah. He will.
The opposite.
Well. Let's see if Millix gets by on this lap. It's nearly a 2-second swing. In fact, it is a 2-second swing back to Doan. That's how much he's still making. He's going to want this gap to be about somewhere near 10 seconds when he gets to the pits. Could well be, as Calca's pits. But Millix Jr., let's see if he can get up into the lead of this race. He's put his ERS down, he's not fancying it. Not onto turn 1 anyway. And that's one when he's done really well. He's saved that ERS brilliantly, 75% while passing the whole field. He's going to have plenty to pull away with. He is managing this race much better than he managed Japan, let's say that much. But here we go. Does Millix get by? On the inside, he's going to go for it. Late on the brakes, into the lead he goes. Let's see how far ahead he can get. CYP has just got by Schumacher as well. They've been having a wee fight as well. Calkers comes out side by side with the Pirate. Bit of lag there, that doesn't help anything.
I thought it was a crash there, 'cause it just went...
Yeah. But we're all okay, we're all alive. Right then, so this is all about pulling away and fast, and Millix, he'd be happy with that because he's got plenty, as I say, plenty of ERS, which he's been managing brilliantly throughout the race. He is looking sweet, I must say. No,
yeah, but
United
again,
are winning.
how much is he going to pull away by to make a difference? I mean, Blunt, I can't help but think he's pitting now for the mediums. I can't help but think that it's not going to work out for him, maybe. I don't know if he'll catch up.
Calkers wasn't too quick on them, was he?
No, it wasn't too clever. But then again, Millix was at the start of the race.
Millix was really quick at them one, yeah.
And he's got to overtake CYP and Schumer, because they have just gone past. And Matt Noah, and Speedster, and Kasnax. He's got a big job.
CYP side by side with Schumacher, tapping, nearly spinning, but he's alright. DRS, of course, for the Ferrari.
Speedster starts really reel in CYP and Schumer. Especially where CYP was in the race, he was miles ahead.
Well, you've got to remember though, the Speedster and Matt Noah are still... they're going to have to pit one more time at least.
I don't think Speed's just pitting again.
I think he might have to.
Some hard tap.
I could be wrong. Lots of penalties in this middle sector, really pushing, aren't they?
So here goes CYP. Give it a wiggle.
Do you know, the worst thing about this for all these guys is Blunt is the guy who's really quick, who's pushing and catching them all. And they're panicking a bit because they've seen that. They've seen that Ferrari and they're panicking. And Matt Noah, he doesn't want any part in that anymore. He's going to get out of that fight. Probably the smarter decision. And you know what, Millix as well. He's really going to want to hope these guys are pitted before he pits in about 3 laps. I think he's going to pit.
We didn't talk about Calcus too much, but he's behind Blunt by a little bit. Now on the same strategy.
CYP running the outside. Nice.
Blunt makes Calcus makes.
Oh, look at Speedster. Speedster got a fantastic run. DRS. Inside, outside, where is he going to go? Shumi says nowhere, and he goes nowhere.
The surface picks up a penalty for like the first time ever.
Okay.
Oh, and did you see Milix's penalty situation? I think he's not winning this race anymore. He's got 11 seconds.
Oh, Jesus.
Doan only has the 3, and so does Surface.
Oh.
CYP has lots.
That's boring.
Blunt hasn't got any. Oh no, he's just picked up 1. Just.
Well, he's on the back, and there's some Calcus 2 on the back too. Calcus not really in a very helpful position, is he? Because there's only sort of one more guy ahead yet to pit, so he's going to be, what, 7th really? Unless he has another incident,
he
in
has
which
his
case...
DRS this time. Yep.
Here's Blunt outside, there's Shumi inside, looking at the 2 Ferraris, they're both making overtakes, and one of them's gone well, the other one hasn't gone as well. As Shumi has to sit back and wait. But now Calcus, he's in such a vulnerable position right now, because Surface is still theoretically only 1.1 seconds away from the win on the championship, because if Calcus, well, he's actually in 8th right now, so he's alright, but if he loses 2 more, like Alfie McMahon's just done, wow, that's a pretty interesting fight there for P11, I must say.
Oh, they just bumped right round the outside. Oh,
look at Calcus. Calcus liking that. Space is very much liking that outside. But he's got to back out of it.
Squeezed out. He's going to have to back out of it. Otherwise he'd have crashed.
One mistake and he is out of this championship potentially. You've really got to be careful.
For a wing, so he's really in trouble. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if there's a love tap there, but I think... Oh, Speed still loses the back end, he's nowhere. He's out at sea at the moment.
He's looking for the pit lane, I think. There he goes.
But he cast notes is coming as well. He was all out at sea for half a lap there.
Now, the whole midfield kicked off during all that.
Oh, here's Millix. We didn't see that one, and Blunt has taken the lead again. And here goes Calcus as well, coming through.
Surface is flying. Surface just decides he's going to start flying again. Look at that! Millix is practically pushing Calcus along the straight.
But he can't catch because of the straight line speed.
Oh, there he goes. They've just about missed contact. No, he's... Oh, why? You're losing the championship! You're losing the championship if you do that, lad. Because you're going to get in trouble for that. He's going to lose out of the championship with this. Because Surface is just 4 tenths behind. What on earth has possessed him?
What did he do?
What possessed him? Look at Surface. Calcus has just thrown away the championship potentially. I don't know why. I don't know what Millix did to hurt him. But Millix out as well.
This is some serious
fireworks on the chat. I can tell you in a moment. But here comes Surface round the outside, and suddenly he's in championship position, and Doan isn't even fighting him. He's not interested. Wow, what the hell happened there?
It was not needed, let's put it that way.
Yeah, but what possessed him? What made him do that? Because that just seemingly happened for no reason. Did he feel he'd been pushed out wide or something? Like,
why would you do that? I mean, it didn't even touch him.
Exactly, yeah. I mean,
in this race,
wow.
Going off, but maybe Camden can say something, and is basically talking to him.
Let's see if anything's in there. Well, that's a good point, yeah.
Doan only has the 1, and so does Surface. That's the straight fire.
Spill the beans, my dudes. Let's see what you've got to say about this, especially Calcus. Let's hear from. We're gonna hear from him now. If he's gonna be in the chat, be very nice. Oh, the 2 Ferraris. Be careful. Yes, just while we're chatting on, yes, have a look at penalties. Surface on 1, Doan on 1, CYP flipped me. In 4. So I mean, as if he wasn't far enough behind already. sadly, he might actually lose our podium. I don't know what Schumi and Blunt are on, etc. But Blunt might well get that third place at the end of the day, because there he goes on his teammate. Easily done. I guess there's no real point for Schumi to fight that, and he won't. But yeah, no. I don't know why Calcars decided to do that.
It's not something he usually does, let's put it that way. I mean, he's never took anyone out on purpose before.
Yeah. Well, either way, this man, Surface, is 10 laps away from his very first title. Because he's got it now. He's got it in the bag. If he just holds on to the lead, he will be ahead in the championship by 80 points.
In the chat, anyway. And he doesn't have a clue. So we're all a bit bemused of why he would do that. I mean,
well, like I say, whatever the reason, it means that Surface will be 80 points clear at the end of this race with 3 rounds to go from Calcars, and that means that he is championship elect. Unless, of course, is there anybody else that could be up to second now, or is that just out of the window as well? I guess it's that. I guess there is no one.
I think the 19-second gap might be a little bit too much for him.
I mean, I know as in, is anyone second? Is anyone behind Calcars in the championship that could overtake him today? That could. Or is it just?
No, it's pretty much them two. I think Blunt is about 100 and something points.
Right. So, Surface would win it. Blunt goes up into the podium position, so he'll be enjoying that. But yeah, well. I guess Surface, in a way, it is the way he wanted to win it, but in a way it's also not, because he's going to win it with the victory.
That isn't the way he'd like to have won it,
He's going to win it with a victory, but he's also going to be sat there thinking Calcars has just deliberately taken himself out. So that's a very odd one. It's a very odd way to lose a championship, by deliberately taking out somebody who's just racing normally on their own, minding their own business. They didn't do anything untoward in their battle earlier, did they?
I don't think so. I mean, he tapped Doan round a little bit, but...
Well, yeah, it was Doan, not Calcars. So I'm going to check the PlayStation.
To answer George's question,
say anything.
The championship would be 80 points, which would put it out of reach for Calcars with 3 rounds to go. That's if he wins, obviously. I don't think Doan has quite got the pace, unfortunately.
Yeah, Surface, it looked like he was a bit down and out for the win earlier, but as usual, he does somehow find his way back up to the top. It's just a thing he does, isn't it? He just, no matter what, he's there. He's just there. Don't question it, just accept it. That's CYP and the penalty collection. I think he might be on his way to the McMahon Award today. Ooh, sorry, I'm getting excited. It's 3-3 in that Sheffield game. United. Ooh. I've just checked it. It was 1-0 20 minutes ago. See, the race has died now, so I've got something to watch.
I'm trying to find out what happened.
They've just... United scored 3 goals in like 10 minutes.
No, not that. I don't care about that.
Ah, sorry. Well, yeah. Well, you do that. I'm just looking at this because they've had VAR and all sorts happening. It's been... Oh, that's a handball. Ooh, they scored with a handball there. Ooh. Or at least a potential handball. I think they ruled it out. Sorry, I'm watching the wrong thing. It's filler. It's filler. It's fine.
I was finding out if he was involved in the first wipe it early, but he wasn't anywhere near him. I'm trying to find out what's happening, but I'm not getting a lot out of it.
I've got a United fan on me now. Messaging me, sorry if you heard him buzzing, he's getting very angry.
Wait, he's left.
Who?
What? Calcars.
What the... Right. Well, so much... Thank God for him was coming back then, huh? Don't really know what to say about that. It's a real shame that's him. Maybe he's... we don't even know what he's angry about, though. That's the thing. We don't even know what's got him so upset. It's a really odd one, this. Anyway, McMahon has just been a pissed off. He's going to go for fastest lap. I imagine Speedster has it at the moment. 16.3. Indeed, he does have it. By like a second. Oh, that's lag again. I thought it was going to go off to Narnia for a second there, but it's fine. 6 to go. Surface closing in on the championship. All looking nice and smooth. Like I say, it's also to come together for him in the end. As it usually does, it must be said. Speedster on the back of Curvo. On those tyres, it should be pretty easy to get by, I would have thought. He's not even using his... Oh, he is using the DRS now. It just took him a while to put it on. And there he goes. He's in P9. So was Calpus given any reason, or was he just left? Like, did he just leave?
His pad broke. He was mad about that. And then people can't race. But the thing is, he turned into surface earlier on. They took him with him, and then it's too much. So you can't really argue that.
It's a strange one.
I'm so confused.
Can we even try and make the excuse? Maybe his pad just locked to the left. Could it have done that?
No,
Or he just took it full throttle, didn't he? He just took it full throttle, though, didn't he? So that wouldn't make much sense. Because obviously he made a mistake earlier. We thought that was... So they kept blaming the pad. Was someone not on a party with him and they kept saying the pad? I know I'm trying to make excuses, but he's just not the sort of guy that does that type of thing. It's really odd. Huh. Well, I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure we'll be back on again by next week.
In due time. Did he put anything on Twitter?
Ooh, I haven't checked that yet. I'm still watching the game. But it's very close. Because this has died now, unfortunately. Calkers has just taken out Millix, who was the only ever injured in fight this race. Now it's all about waiting for our champion. Our champion anyway. And there's that match over, so I can just leave that now. United fan is still furious. Right, let me check Twitter. Let's see if Calkers has made a post-race statement.
He usually does.
That's what I'm saying. He usually does, even if it's gone badly. He'll mention it. Let's see. He hasn't made a statement yet. Ah, well. All in good time. Did McMahon ever get that fastest lap? No. In fact, he's 0.6 a second off it. He's drifting. Oh my goodness. There's so many gaps that are like sort of close, but not. Feels a lot like the end of the real life Mexican Grand Prix, I must say. That's where it was all built up brilliantly and it's just been nothing. It all died at the end.
It was so good for 30 laps.
It was so good until Calkers happened.
Destroyed everything.
Why did he do it? Why did he do it?
Although Kasnax is catching Schumer a little bit. As Stone puts up another penalty, but
positions. I guess it'll be Blunt that. I guess Blunt would probably win driver of the day then. Up by 11 to P3. I said he was letting the SLR team down. He's certainly redeemed himself. Matt Noah and McMahon fallen down a little bit. In fact, McMahon, the higher starter, is the lowest finisher, so boo. Oh, don't. No. Piss off. Don't you dare. Sorry, I'm getting angry. I think the streamer is going to die.
No, okay.
Watch my own profanity, but you can understand me when it's just gone off the screen. Right, let's just restart
Any
this.
other news?